gotta pull the pin up, it slides right into your, hurt yourself, right? You lift this up, it goes down and start irrigating. You have that's over an inch. But here we go, just go like that. It's been about a year since I purchased this, and I figured I'd do another video because the video is pretty popular. Just want to do a quick follow-up on the Yardworks. So this will be the second year that I use this, and so far it's held up pretty good. Again, this is 48 inch wide. It has 10-inch wheels, never flat wheels, so they're 10 inches, and then 32 galvanized. They're galvanized, pre-assembled, so you don't have to worry about assembling the galvanized pluggers. But there's 48 inches, and it's also hidden wheels, so it can hold up to 140 pounds of weight. So it's really heavy duty. And again, I don't have any issues. I know if you watched the old video, the comments on it, how people didn't like the plug, but I don't have any issues. The yard's really good. The plugs are about, about inches deep. It depends on the soil type too that you have. If it's clay, it's not going to penetrate as hard, or if it's too dry, or even it's too wet. So all those come into play how deep or how big your plug is, or how long they are. But I figured I'd do a video just to show you the second year, a quick, maybe a time lapse or whatever, while I'm using it. Again, it's nice. It's very heavy duty, no loose bolt. But I recommend once you're done using it, do clean it, because I believe these do get rust if you don't clean them. And usually I just spray them, and I'll show that later in the video too. If you watched my old prior video, I show you how to clean it. But it's really easy. But again, like everything else, you gotta maintenance it. You gotta make sure that you clean it, because you maintenance your stuff, they last longer, right? Other than that, enjoy the video. So okay, I got the tractor out here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the blocks on. So I got some tarp here so it won't scratch the top of the area. But it's really easy to put this on here. You just gotta pull the pin up. Put the pin up here, and then you see here, you just gotta pull the pin up. It slides right into your, see that? It slides right into there. And you got this pin here. You put the bottom so it won't slide off. You put that on there. Okay. Make sure it's secure. Make sure the tires are all good. Again, it's non-flat tire, so you won't have any issue with it being flat. But I used to put a couple blocks on there so that it will penetrate the ground. Let me straighten this out a little bit here. See, you lift this up, it goes down and start irrigating. So when you're not irrigating, you push it back up. It's a spring loaded too. So, but that's all it is pin here. It goes on here, and you don't want to lose that pin. And another thing, when you irrigate this, you want your lawnmower engine to somewhat don't go too slow, because it needs to cool down. Because if you go too slow, the torque wise, too slow, it might overheat. So you want to have it like a little more than the lowest possible. see how it's popping everything up. Plugs are coming up. You have an aerator. The neighbors, they actually come over and ask you to do their yard too. So my neighbor just came over and asked if I can do his yard. He's gonna give me, of course, he's gonna pay me a little bit, but hey, like I say, buy it $200, get yourself one for $200, and actually, it's a good investment. It pays it off real quick. In 2 years, I pretty much made back my money. Just a little bit of history on the weather here. So this might have some effect on how they aerate. But we didn't have rain for about 3 weeks. A little over 3 weeks, we didn't have any rain here. And it rained this week for about 3 or 4 days, but I still think it's a little bit dry because it takes a while for the soil to absorb, especially here it's got clay, very clay soil. But we're gonna show you how it did here. And you can see here, this is about, let me see here. You guys can see it? There you go. And that's about an inch. You're getting some about 1/4 inch, and look how thick this is. You see it? So it's it could be a little bit wetter, the ground, and for it being dry, not over 3 weeks of rain, you're still getting pretty good. That wasn't a soil plug there, but you can see there. So it's getting quite a bit. It looks like every got cold here, so my apologies. But about every 10 inches, you're getting plugs. So, and then let's go here. The little drier area, you can see just by the grass, you're still getting plugs. But you know, they're about. This is like maybe less than an inch. So it's still pretty good for having 2 years, being 2 years of usage. The blade still doesn't need to be sharpened yet, but this, yeah, it could be a little bit. The ground could be a little neat. The ground could be a little bit wetter. Now this one is really good. You see where it's wet, like here, the ground's a little bit more wet. You see how you get a little bit more of a, look at that. Look how that's over an inch and a half there almost. So you can see where it's really wet. It penetrates into the ground really, really well. So it all depends on your soil type, and how wet and how dry it is. So I do recommend that aerator. Again, it pays off. You spend $200, get it when it's on sale. Pays off itself in a couple of years. And the plus side, your neighbor may come over and ask you to aerate for them. They pay you a little bit for it. And you see how each one of them is plugged. I just take a screwdriver and I just push it through here, just like that here. I just push it through and then clean it. And that's all you do, and then spray with water. So it's like this. You want to wear some gloves too. But here, yeah, let's go like that. Get them out. Maybe you can see why. So you wear some gloves, because your hand slip, that galvanized blade will actually skin you. Just give it a good rinse. Make sure all the dirt, mud, and everything gets off with it, because you don't want to be on it over the winter. You can get rusted. And then these blades, they eventually will wear out, so you will have to sharpen them. They could be replaced. It looks like it. You can replace them. Probably get on the manufacturer website and order them for replacement parts, or you can sharpen them yourself. And that's probably another video. If I ever need to do that, I'll definitely make a video for you guys for that. But yeah, that's all you do is spray it, clean down, give it a good rinse, let it dry out. Then I'll wipe it down with a rag, and you don't want the water, sitting there either and get rusted.